Hello, uh, I'll start DBMS. This is very interesting topic and this is very important. Nowadays, in each and every field, we are using a database management system. It is very important topic for IBPS SO as well as UGC NET and even for any competitive exam related to computer science. Okay, here the topics are what is database, database and DBMS, properties or uses of DBMS, purpose of DBMS, view of data, data models, data definition language, data manipulation language, transaction management, storage management, data administrator, database users, overall system structure, application architectures. By this, we can get a brief idea about DBMS. So, we'll start with the first one. It's we'll start database. What is database? Data is any fact or static which can be operated on to derive meaningful information. It is a raw fact. Here few examples are here. Lion, cheetah, Jim Carrey. By the name lion, I cannot decide males have a mane, carnivorous, they roar. Cheetah, fastest runner, cat family. Jim Carrey has millions of fans, amazing children. Like that, I cannot decide. Why I cannot decide? Because I don't know the information. This is just a raw fact. By using raw fact, I cannot decide on the spot. This is just a raw fact. Cheetah, lion, Jim Carrey. Here few more. 12 is data. Dennis is another. Like that, data is a raw fact. Now move to the first. And what is database and DBMS? As just we discussed, data means raw fact. Database means it's a collection of information that is organized to so that it can easily be accessed, managed and updated. Okay, data means raw fact, data means raw fact, database means collection of information. And here DBMS. See, DB means database, MS means management system. It's collection of information to manage is nothing but a DBMS. What to manage? Provides user programmers to systematic create, these are very important, retrieve, update, manage data. We can say acid properties. Acid properties. Okay. Now we will move to the home. Now, see, database, data, these two over, and now we'll finish properties and uses of DBMS. The collection of interrelated data, set of programs to access the data. DBMS provides an environment that is both convenient, this is very important, convenient and efficient to use. Okay, we'll see with the examples of database applications. Here we can see database applications banking all transactions. You see the banking by using mobile or ATM card or online banking, net banking, all transactions by using the database management system, we can able to use it. Everything is related to database management system. Okay, move back. And now airline reservations. We'll see with the examples. See, through online you can book only by using database management system. We can book flight booking like that, and even more. We are very familiar Red Bus in India. Red Bus. See, through this can be possible only by using the database management system. Through that, we can interact what routes, destinations, sources, and finally we can book. Okay, and few more examples here: universities, sales, customers, and manufacturing and human resource. These are few more examples. Okay, and move back to the main menu. Here we require to discuss now its purpose. Purpose is very simple: to overcome the drawbacks of a file systems. Okay, one is here data redundancy and inconsistency, difficulty in accessing data, data isolation, multiple files and formats, integrity problems. Okay, that means here data redundancy, it's a duplication. Data difficulty, very difficult to access, very difficult to open. Data isolation, multiple files, very difficult to integrate even. If data isolation is there, integrity problems will arise. Okay, and now the drawbacks here: atomicity of updates and concurrent access by multiple users. It is very difficult. Concurrent access needed for performance. Uncontrolled concurrent access can lead to inconsistency. Okay, security problems. These are all we can overcome in DBS file system. There are problems, and to overcome, we introduce a DBS. Move back to the main menu. Purpose also over. Now we'll move to the new view of data. See, here the physical level, logical level, and a viewable level. Physical level, the data will be in zeros and ones. Okay, let's take see physical level. Physical level, okay. Now move to the data model. View data is over. Now data models. This can be data models are here the data relationships, data semantics, data constraints. These four. Here, these are the tools and ER relationship models, entity relationships models. Entity relationship models, entities, rectangle box, relation, it's a rhombus shape, attributes in a vowel format. I'll explain in the next slide. Relational model and other models, object oriented model, semi-structured data models, older models. See the ER model. Here the customer, one attribute, one entity, account, another entity, account number, balance are attributes to account, and customer city, customer street, customer name, customer ID are attributes to the customer. And to relate these two entities, depositor is a relation. This is how we can design ER model so that to understand the relations and the process in the application. Get back to the main menu. And here now we'll see what are data definition languages. Okay, it's just define how the table will be. Table headers will be represented here and their database type, variable types are defined. This is what a database schema. DDL compiler generates a database dictionary, and a data dictionary contains metadata. Metadata, data about data. Database schema, database storage and definition language. The language in which the storage structure and access methods used by the database system are specified. Get back to the main menu. These are all over, and now data manipulation language. Data manipulation language. Manipulation. Whenever we want to manipulate in a database, the table format, variable format, size of the tables, attributes, addition, adding or inserting more attributes, we should use data manipulation language. Yes, data manipulation language. Language for accessing and manipulating the data organized by approach. Data model. Two classes of languages. One is procedural, another is non-procedural. Okay, there is non-procedural. And for most probably the manipulation can be done by using the SQL. Okay, now move back to the main. Just we completed 8th topic and we'll move to the transaction management. The transaction management, transaction is a collection of operations that performs a single logical function. Okay. Okay. See, suppose you are there, you have bank account and you are entering into ATM center. Your ATM and your bank account. Okay. Now, what I am telling means here, to withdraw account you have money and money in ATM, then only it's possible. See, here the bank account and the ATM center. When the bank has, in your account you have money and the ATM center you are having money, then only you can debit. This is one transaction. You have money in your account and you don't have an ATM center, you cannot debit. Transaction not completed. And you don't have a bank account and money, but you are having money in your ATM. Now again you cannot. Suppose you are having money in your account, you are having money in your ATM, but there is a network failure. Again you cannot. And there is another scenario, bank account you are having money and ATM you are having money. Money debited from your account when you inserted your card and you wants to withdraw your money. Bank account, money debited from your bank account. Money not debited from your ATM. Transaction not completed. Transaction not completed. It has to fulfill, because money is debited already from the account, money is not debited from the ATM. That means money is there still in your ATM, but the account debited, the money will be retrieved back to your account. This is one case. Money is debited from your account and ATM debited and you got your money, you withdraw it. Transaction completed. And money debited and the ATM you are not unable to debit. Again, this cannot be. Money from your account not debited, but you got your money from your ATM. This generally won't occur. If that occur, then a bank account money has to be debited. Okay, this is how the transactions will be done, and each and every transaction, the set of operations can have again the solutions for that. All are pre-programmed. The programmers will program, and we'll get back to the previous. Okay, and here see, to the transaction management component ensures that the database remains in consistent, correct the state despite system failures, power failures, and operating system crashes. The transaction failures concurrency control manager controls the interaction among the concurrent transactions to ensure the consistency of the database. Okay, I'll move back to yes, transaction management is over, and now the storage management. The storage management is a program module that provides the interface between the low level data storage in the database and the application programs and queries submitted to the system. The storage manager is responsible to the following tasks: interaction with the file manager, efficient storing and retrieving duplicate, updating the data. See, suppose you are having a small database and you require the huge database, then you can use it through web. One is from web or network or another system and URCs, and you can add, or else you can manage the database distributed in so many systems. You can use properly the storage by using storage management. Okay, and now get back to the main menu. Okay, now storage management over. Now database administrator, this is very important. Here the schema definitions and storage structure and accessing method definition, schema and physical organization modification, granting the user authority to access database, safety and integrity constraints, acting a liaison with users, monitoring performance. Okay, database administrator can be a person or a team. It can be a team, person or team, more than one. Okay, now move to database administrator just over. Now it's database users. Database users, see, it's application programmers who develop and sophisticated users. Application programmers, they'll use DML calls. Just now we completed. DML means data manipulation language. Excellent. Now sophisticated users, from the request, form a request in a database query language, and specialized users, write specialized database applications that do not fit into the traditional data processing framework. Navy users invoke on of the permanent application programs that have been written previously. And get back to the main menu. Database users completed. Now I'll move to overall system structure. See, Navy users, application programmers, these are the users, these are the developers, and sophisticated users who are analysts, he will also use, and database administrator, they will also use. Okay, they'll use administration tool, and sophisticated users query tools. Application programmers, you write application programs. Navy users, application interface. Okay, and now each and everybody will use the disk, the database, the data indices. Okay, this is what overall structure. And the first to the last, and the last one is application architecture. See, the users interacts with the application, and application to the network system database. One step, second step. So it's a two-tier. And here, user to the application client, from application client, application server, from application server, database system. One, second, third. So it's three-tier architecture. Okay, and by this we can finish the basics of DBMS, so that we can just get to know what are the basics of database management system. We'll just go through one by one. Move to the main menu. Data. What is data? What is data means it's a just fact. Database, collection of information. DBMS to manage. Properties, yes, few properties to overcome, and this is a purpose. And view of data, here we discussed three. Data models, yes, this is just like a big building. We are presenting a small model to a layman can understand. Like that, if the total building can be represented in a graphs, only civil engineers can understand, but not the layman. Like that, a data model is just like a model, not the actual. Data definition language, yes, when creating, we'll use. And data manipulation language, transaction management. Data manipulation to manipulate, transaction management. If any failure occurs, to overcome, we require transaction management. To storage management, if you are a less or more, we should utilize how efficient we are using the storage that can be dealt by storage management. Database administrator, the first and foremost thing here is they can give permissions, grant, and they will provide information. These are authenticated data administrator. It can be a person or a team. Data users, database users, and overall system structure, and application architecture. Okay, this is what we discussed now. In the next session, I'll explain the normalization. This is also very important.